Looks like we've got another mystery on our hands, collectors. I say that because it turns out that there's a couple different mystery machines made by the various companies in roughly 1/64 scale. So back on April 5th, I did this Hot Wheels mainline conversion. I 3D printed the wheels to look like the hand-painted flower wheels. I think it turned out alright. You'll notice it doesn't look particularly like the image behind it, but it seems like there's different versions of this vehicle in the various cartoons. I think the more modern Scooby-Doo cartoons, the truck is the van is a little bit more angular like this casting, so it's all right. But it doesn't have the graphics on the back. So, anyways, while I was researching Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Machine, I realized that Johnny Lightning makes a version, and it does look a lot more like the image in the on the computer screen here. So let's take a review of that. Let's put this aside for now. And Johnny Lightning came in the mail today, so it's time to crack this thing open. We gotta take this seriously because this is apparently specially designed for the adult collector. That's some strange marketing. But it's ages 6 and up. Okay, so let's see here. The back here, it talks about some other cars in this series, which kind of interests me, like supercar. I don't know what that thing looks like. Felicity Shagwell's Corvette. She was pretty cool. Anyways, Black Beauty. It's just weird that they are promoting this acrylic case instead of showing the other vehicles, because now I have to search this down. I don't know if I'm going to be motivated enough to look up supercar or Felicity Shagwell's Corvette there. Okay, well anyways, what I'm looking for is like a date. It says 2001. Alright, so this could be an old model. Well, let's take a look here. I don't know what this thing is. Is it a magnet or what? Oh boy, it's a tough blister. Yeah, graphics still there. So that seems like a kind of a waste of cardboard. I mean, I guess it's nice, but it's not a sticker. If it was a sticker or a magnet, I think it would have made more sense. But like, what are people gonna do with this? Just glue it to something? It's interesting. Well, anyways, let's get this the package. So, if you look at this image here, and then you look at the car, I think it's this particular diecast is far more accurate to this older looking cartoon. As a kid, I remember the cartoon looking more like this, not angular like this. I don't watch the modern Scooby-Doos. But the wheels, are totally off, it seems. Anyways, let me get a better light angle here, and let's take a closer look at the casting of this thing. Initial impressions is it's quite large. It does seem quite large indeed. Alright. Well, let's see. The printing on the side looks pretty good. The casting has, the paint there is a little bit of an issue there. Maybe a contaminant or something like that. I think the green of these wheels is nice because it pretty much matches the green on the body. It's just that they're not exactly, accurate to the cartoon. I imagine these wheels must be used on other castings by Johnny Lightning. Look at the door handle though. Would have been nice if there was like silver paint on there. It's nice that they didn't paint it green, but yeah, they should be silver. At least they are on the cartoon. Now see, this wheel looks accurate. This is what it's supposed to look like. It's kind of interesting. It's a shame they didn't maybe take this wheel and make it that. If they're gonna go through the trouble of molding this wheel, maybe mold it a little thicker, and then they can paint it black on the outside and use them here. Well, anyways. Okay, windshield is molded. There's an interior, of course. Let me get the flashlight and see what that's looking like. Alright, we got nice details there. Pretty good steering wheel. It's not super thick. And that shifter is really cool. It's a long floor shifter. And then we got ribbing on the seats. The dash has some knobs and dial details. So that's really good. It's better than the Hot Wheels one. Is there a back seat? No, it's just a empty panel van. Okay. So it's pretty nice. I like it. The printing on this side seems okay too. Although we got something wrong there. A little blackness in there, but it's no big deal. There's no suspension on these. Alright, now this is nice. The graphic runs around to the back. Unfortunately, there's a contaminant, a bunch of contaminants here in the rear. And then we have some orange for a license plate. I'm not sure if I've ever seen a state with an orange plate. But anyways, red on the taillights and silver on the molded in bumper. And then there, we do have silver on these door handles. So that's interesting. It would have been nice to have that color. Actually, it's white. It's not silver. It just would have been nice to have white on there. Or is there? You know what? I think actually there is white on the door handle. It's just that they painted it white and then they laid this graphic on it and it's covering it. So I think this graphic might have want to been up a little higher. I imagine the black is supposed to be in the groove itself. Right? Oh well. Now what makes this really nice is the rails here on the top. You know, there's actually air below them. So these are the most accurate rails, I think, on of all the diecasts of this general size. There seems to be some paint rash developing here. So how old is this? That's the question. Johnny Lightning, 2001. Yeah, so it's a 20-year-old casting. It's I mean, for 20 years old, I guess that paint rash isn't super bad. It would be a lot worse on a TLV, that I know. Okay, well, it's pretty cool. I mean, I like it. It's just, it does seem quite huge. I mean, I think it's more in the 150 scale, or 155 or something like that. Let's get the spinning thing out again, and then put this up there next to it. Okay, so we got the Hot Wheels, and you can see how much larger the Johnny Lightning is. Now granted, these are cartoon cars, so it's hard to say, you know, how if they're accurate or not. One thing I do have is a 2-meter tall Homer Simpson. So let me put Homer up here. I don't have a 3D file of any of the Scooby characters. I never bothered to look for them. But if that Homer Simpson is 2 meters tall, to me it seems like the Hot Wheels is actually more accurate or closer to 1/64. Whereas the Johnny Lightning is quite large indeed. It's definitely very large. Although, again, in their defense, they're not saying anything about scale. How can you scale a cartoon? So, okay, well, anyways, my Mystery Machine collection is growing. I do have a better Hot Wheels version in the mail somewhere, so there will be an upcoming video on that later on, and then we'll see about that one. Okay, thanks for watching, guys.